House Browse popping in today. About to react to this vid titled Kim Kardashian is in her flop era. Embarrassing comedy roast and Met Gala fail. Comedy roast. So now she's trying to be a comedian? Kim, sit down somewhere. Let's see what's happening with her. Let's watch. She's never been funny. On
I know
purpose.
a lot of people make fun of your height.
She getting booed? Oh, this is embarrassing. Everybody's just embarrassing.
Kim Kardashian is stressed out because nobody likes her anymore. She recently went to the Tom Brady comedy roast and she was booed off stage. Then she quickly flew off to the Met Gala where everyone laughed at her look. It just doesn't look like Kimberly can get it right. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I remember she used to be praised so heavily.
Now, according to my calculations and public perception, it seems like Kim Kardashian is in her flop era. Let's start off by talking about the Tom Brady comedy roast, because Netflix did a special where a bunch of celebrities were invited to go and roast Tom Brady, and one of those guests was Kim Kardashian. Now, this is something that typically existed on the Comedy Central network, and there's been celebrity roasts for a very long time.
Oh, comedians usually do that?
I've never seen Kim Kardashian on stage before, and it doesn't look like she will be invited again. Kim Kardashian got an unexpected welcome when she took the stage for Tom Brady's Netflix roast. It happened on Sunday, May 5th. It was a live taping, and because it was a live taping, there's no redos. So when Kim Kardashian was booed by the audience, everyone saw it. Kim actually said thank you in response to the crowd turning from cheers to jeers. Kim went on to say, I know a lot of people make fun of your hate. She continued as she tried to push through the moment to get into her segment of jokes before having to pause as the negative response got louder. Luckily, I don't know what that feeling is like to be on stage and to be booed by people, but it must take a lot of confidence, because she went on to say, all right, all right, all right, trying to ease the crowd. Now here's that moment that Netflix conveniently edited out. I wonder if Kris Jenner was watching the gig and decided to text Netflix and tell them to edit this moment out pronto because it makes their family look bad.
Well, I know a lot of people make fun of your height. All right, Kevin.
Now, Kim tried to keep her jokes going. She said, I wasn't going to come tonight, but since I'm not here as Tom's date, there's still a good chance I might. Speaking of Tom and I dating, I know there were some rumors that we were, and I'd never say if we did or not. I'll just release the tape, making fun of her raging moment, which actually I thought was kind of funny, because she's always said that he released the tape, but we've proven, even on this channel, that she did in fact release the tape. So yeah, she is one to release a tape. I'm glad she acknowledges it.
Speaking of Tom and I dating, I know there were some rumors that we were, and I'd never say if we did or not. I just released the tape. But I do know it would.
Kim went on to joke that even if Tom Brady and her did date, it, quote, would never work out because of him being an ex-athlete with high cheekbones and silky hair. It reminded her too much of her stepfather, Caitlyn Jenner. She added, part of me thinks that you would want to undress me just to try on my clothes. Kim also used her time on stage to reference her late father, Robert Kardashian's time as the attorney for O.J. Simpson, saying, honestly, it's hard for me to watch people roast you, but I think enough of my family members have helped defend former football players. So, making the joke that, yeah, she would want to defend him, but she can't, because
this is not funny
enough as the Kardashian family has. O.J. Simpson recently passed away, so it's interesting timing for this joke.
Honestly, it's hard for me to watch people roast you, but I think enough of my family members have helped defend former football players.
Y'all think this is funny?
Now, Kim Kardashian wrapped up her 3-minute roast by saying, I'm just here tonight to support you and to celebrate you. I'll give you the same advice I give all my exes. Good luck knowing the best is behind you. Now, while some of Kimberly's jokes did in fact land, there was that moment that Netflix edited out and nobody will forget about it. Now, I think it's kind of odd that Netflix decided to edit this because it's a live event. It's not really live if you're editing out parts that are just awkward. It's not like it's offensive. It's not against like the TV rules.
Example for you. She's one of the best athletes in the world who proved you can do anything in this next chapter of your life. Where's Kanye? You can become a commentator,
They're not together.
a far-right Republican, or even a strong, confident woman.
Now, in the original version, Kim was invited on stage by comedian Kevin Hart to give a special toast. However, after arriving to the podium to start her roast, the audience received a wave of boos. In the newly edited version, Kim simply walks on stage, Kevin gives her a high five, and she begins her material without any noticeable sneers from the crowd, which is convenient editing, but they really just took out an entire moment, and I feel like that moment's good for, I guess, content. I mean, it's interesting, so why wouldn't they leave that in the special? Now, there were people who dissed Kim Kardashian because when you are invited to roast people, then you are open to be roasted. And some people brought up Kanye West. Actually, Tom Brady said, "I know Kim was terrified to be here tonight, not because of this, but because her kids are at home with their dad." And you can see that Kimberly did not really like this joke because the camera panned on her, and she wasn't laughing.
Kim Kardashian, thank you so much for being here. I know Kim was terrified to be here tonight, not because of this, but because her kids are at home with their dad.
Yeah, she don't like it.
Now, this new version that is edited does have a disclaimer reading that a portion was edited from a previous live stream. And I really don't think the disclaimer is enough to really, I don't know, take away from the amount of censorship that's going on here. You guys know we don't really like censorship on this channel, so I'm not a fan. Now, the roast of Tom Brady has reached 2 million views and landed number 6 on Netflix Top 10. It's not the first time that Netflix has put this disclaimer on one of their comedy roasts, but I found it interesting because not all of them includes this. But I want to move on and talk about her Met Gala because people didn't like her roast, and they really don't like her Met Gala look. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Met Gala because it really reminds me of Hunger Games, but I am fascinated.
Hunger Games are slow.
It's really happening in real life, and we're just watching it play out.
What? Where's the correlation?
Kim Kardashian's signature red carpet.
What is he talking about?
Kim Kardashian caused
Who's
quite a
dying?
scene last year wearing the Marilyn Monroe dress and actually ruining it by wearing it. This year, she was extremely snatched in the waist and wearing a bunch of silver tones. Social medias were quick to assume that Kim was extremely uncomfortable in her corset, mentioning that her lips appeared to be turning blue. Some accused Kim of, snatching her waist to push unattainable body standards. A viral tweet read, "This extreme look sends all kinds of wrong messaging."
Here's Kim Kardashian's Met Gala look, and this waist is crazy. I had to zoom in because when she came on the carpet, I audibly gasped because she cannot be able to breathe. I was shocked that she was actually able to talk because it is so tight. Like, the shape of her waist is crazy in this, and the dress itself is made out of this chain lace texture. It's really beautiful.
Now, there are some people who really appreciate the extremes that Kim puts her body through. This person wrote, "I'm sorry, but coming to an event with your lips blue, skin pale, barely able to speak because you can't breathe in your corset is a level of old Hollywood glamour I appreciate." You must keep in mind that this kind of look does go along with the Kardashians' beauty standards and Kim's own brand of Skims, which is all about creating garments that suck you in and make you look thinner than you actually are, which is exactly what she's doing with this corset. But you guys know she's so pumped up with Ozempic right now. I don't know if it's a corset or if it's the shot. But what also offended much of the internet was the gray shawl that Kim Kardashian draped loosely on her shoulders. People called it a kindergartner teacher sweater and said it looked raggedy. Now, I must agree, I don't really understand this shawl type situation. It doesn't go with the rest of the look, and I kind of feel like it was just intended to cover up the back skin, because people kept saying back rolls, back fat. I mean, Kim really doesn't have any fat on her, but the back rolls, that if you wear something tight and it pushes up, it's gonna roll up. So I wonder if this little sweater moment was just to cover that skin. Maybe she didn't have enough hair to do so. Either way, it just totally killed the look, and even the thinness that she was pushing on. I mean, it was distracted by this gray Gap-looking sweater.
Everyone is talking about this current wardrobe malfunction that Kim Kardashian appears to be having.
Is Gap
so people
still
are
around?
saying that there's no way she
I've not
meant
seen
to
a
wear
Gap
this
in a very long time.
shawl with this dress. And it does appear that there is some kind of malfunction going on. And no, I don't think she intended to wear that. And if you look, it appears to be something right here. In some pictures, she's opening it on this side, but keeps this totally covered. So maybe something happened over in this area. I'm not sure.
Now, maybe something happened to the dress, but it also looks like the designer just kind of likes this appearance. Hunter Schafer is a big Hollywood actress, and she also wore this same designer. And
I'm about to say, she made the dress from your forehead.
Kim Kardashian is definitely giving. I had an outfit
I was so
malfunction
confused
and
for
threw on
a second.
sweater. Another person wrote, Kim's dress had to have broken somehow because there's no way that ugly rag of a sweater was part of it. But
Damn.
case in point, Hunter Schafer
I was
actually
like, yes,
wore the same
actress
designer at a
slash
film festival
designer.
in February. And as you can see, she also has this like cardigan sweater type of top
Cardigan
going on, which is probably just part of his signature look. It just really fell flat on the red carpet of the Met Gala. In a behind-the-scenes interview, Kim explained the inspiration behind her Met look, which may not have
Girl, we
gone
okay.
on the internet.
What else you doing
I'm
to
running out.
flop?
My dress is
Is
falling
that
off
his
because
song? I'm tired of hearing about
I
it.
actually saw a picture of her shoes.
Her Met Gala shoes.
I must admit, it seems like Kim isn't doing that well, and to be honest, like Kendall isn't really that likable.
Boy. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody has their time, okay? You're popping for a while, and then eventually you start to die off. Happens to everybody. So maybe this is her flop era, and she just has to let it go. I feel like she's going to have a very hard time letting it go, though, because she was so, like, crazy famous, or infamous, actually, for a long time. And, you know, the spotlight was always on her. People were always talking about her. And now, you know, people are not really fucking with her. So they like talking shit. And it's more so like, you know, people are losing interest. So, yeah, we'll see how everything plays out, though. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you've been watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!